Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Today, we're going to be taking a look at a clip of Tess Holiday getting angry that she couldn't get life insurance due to her BMI. Apparently, because she's, quote, 5'3" and over 300 pounds, her words, she isn't eligible to get life insurance. We're also going to be taking a look at a few random bonus clips from Tess, as well as bonus clips from others, including one where someone says growing up fat is not for the weak, so be sure to stick around until the end. Before we proceed, please click the like button so that I may apply comb to mustache.
I'm sorry. Yes, I did think that I could get life insurance as a 40-year-old, non-smoking, non-drinking, non-health issue having human. that was honestly my bad.
Non-health issue having human. All right, you've got no health issues, and they still wouldn't give you life insurance.
It was my bad. I know. Am I 5'3" and do I weigh over 300 pounds? And apparently that makes me ineligible.
Over 300 pounds is pretty vague. That could mean that we weigh 301 or that we weigh 399. However, if we did weigh exactly 300 pounds at 5'3", all right, let's hop on over to the old BMI calculator here and put in 5 foot 3 inches. If we were 5'3" and weighed exactly 300 pounds, not over 300, but exactly 300, that would put us at a BMI of 53.1. Okay, well, maybe having a BMI of 53 is what is preventing the life insurance company from insuring you. You may not have any of those other things going on, like smoking or any of these other health conditions, but apparently the life insurance company seems to think it wouldn't be a good idea to insure anybody over a certain BMI. They'll insure smokers and stuff like that. They'll just charge them more, but once you get above a certain BMI, they just straight up won't even insure you. That should tell you something. They are literally just doing what is profitable. So this should tell you a lot of things, actually. Life insurance companies think that this is more dangerous than smoking.
And apparently that makes me ineligible for life insurance.
That should tell you something.
Yeah, it does. It does. Do I work out every single day and have no pre-existing conditions or take any kind of medication? Yeah, I do.
Okay, well, that should tell you something yet again. Even though you do all these other healthy behaviors, they think your BMI being over a certain level is too dangerous to insure, according to the life insurance company.
But hey, I also
Okay, I just looked it up. Most life insurance companies will cover individuals with a BMI up to 40 through 45, though this varies significantly by carrier. While a BMI of 30 plus is considered obese and often results in higher premiums, substandard rates, coverage is still possible, especially with, but not limited to, specialized or no exam policies rather than immediate denial. Some insurers cap BMI around 39 to 41, while others may go up to 45 or sometimes higher if the applicant is otherwise healthy. Okay, so Tess's BMI is 53.1. According to this, most life insurance companies cut off at 39 through 41, and some of them might go up to 45. Life insurance companies do cover individuals with obesity, but they consider it a higher health-related risk, which often leads to higher premiums or specialized underwriting.
understand that the medical industrial complex, is fat phobic and inherently the system is broken. And I understand.
Is that what's going on? They haven't done the math on this and they have the statistics.
That's my bad and that's on me. And honestly, it won't happen again. That lesson learned.
It won't happen again, she says. You mean you won't try to get life insurance again? Yeah, I wouldn't waste my time with that either. Not until I got below a BMI of 45, which is apparently the cutoff for a lot of life insurance companies. Like I said, that should tell us something. If you thought that smoking was okay, Go get life insurance and see how much more they charge you because you're a smoker. If you thought it was perfectly healthy to have a BMI of 53, try to go get life insurance and see if they insure you. She said the medical industrial complex is fatphobic. Next. POV, you lost weight but never made it your personality. Okay. It's a good thing we didn't make it our personality. What is this video? There's actually just music playing in the background that I had to mute. Of course, it's copyrighted. Let's see what it is. Okay, she lost weight and didn't make it her whole personality, she says. And we're still getting denied for life insurance. What? It's good to see that you didn't make weight loss your entire personality. You're clearly obsessed with this topic. Next. Everyone's losing weight, and I plan on eating looks all 2026. Wait, didn't you just say a moment ago that you were losing weight? And we also heard that recently? Okay, you're gonna be eating looks. What is that pose or whatever? This right here, hold on. Right there. What is that? Hey guys. Hey. Can I see that again, please? Can I see that 20 more times? What is that? It reminds me of like when we have our bosoms out and we're like, or whatever. Let's see it again. Alright, everyone's losing weight, but she plans on eating looks. Wait a minute, didn't you say that you were losing weight before? So now she says she's not losing weight, she's just eating looks? Hold on, just a second. Didn't she recently say...
You know, I just did school drop off and I was sitting here thinking to myself, why is me losing weight different this time?
Okay, so you are losing weight. So I don't know what those previous captions were talking about. No, we're not going to sit here and rehash this video. Next.
I'm Tiffany North, and I help people heal their relationship with food and body. So often people come to me saying like, I really want to embrace intuitive eating. I'm tired of dieting. I'm tired of restricting. I'm tired of all the anxiety and preoccupation. I'm tired of fighting with my body and hating myself. But I'm afraid that if I embrace intuitive eating and I let go of the idea of intentional weight loss, that my health issues will get worse, or they won't get better. I won't be able to improve them.
Well, intuitive eating, unless your intuition is already finely tuned, might lead you to a bunch of highly processed addictive food because it's addictive. So...
And it makes sense that we have this idea that our health issues are caused by our size. First of all,
yeah, that's true. Life insurance companies won't insure us over a certain BMI. It's goofy.
In a society that's very individualistic of like, if you're having this issue, it's your fault, it's your problem, especially if you're a woman.
Yeah, I hate our individualistic society that holds individuals accountable for their own actions. What? This is a group problem, not my own personal problem. My BMI. This isn't the first time I've heard people complain that other people think that losing weight is an individual's responsibility.
If you're fat, if you are a person of color, if you're queer, right? And we're also told when we go to the doctor that we need to lose weight anytime we have any health issue. Now, this is not very scientifically accurate, right? We have a correlation that being at a higher weight is more likely to have some of these health issues, but we don't have studies that show causation.
Have you ever seen an episode of My 600-Pound Life? Every single person, when they get to whatever size, has a myriad of health conditions. They are basically bedbound after a certain size. Go talk to Dr. Now.
People who are thin get all of these health issues, so it's
nah, people that are thin don't get obesity to such a degree that they can't get out of their own bed.
Something that anybody can experience regardless of the size of the person, right? So why do we have these correlations? Well, because of weight stigma and anti-fat bias in healthcare, we are told that our size is the cause when there's a correlation.
Okay, so it's anti-fat bias. That's why your doctor seems to think that obesity is a health condition worth looking into and treating. Are you sure?
Rather than looking at what are some of the other things that could be causing this correlation. So things like increased allostatic load, which means the wear and tear and stress on your body, the inflammation in your body, right?
Yeah, from having an excess of weight pushing down on us because of gravity. The more something weighs, the more gravity affects it. So things that have knee joints or a spine are especially affected by gravity the larger they get. Your knees and your spine can only handle so much.
And that increased allostatic load can be accounted for by just the amount of stigmatization that we encounter in the world.
What? The increased allostatic load is actually caused by the amount of stigmatization that you encounter. Allostatic load refers to the wear and tear on the body and brain resulting from chronic accumulated stress. You're saying that that comes from stigmatization, which is misspelled right here, by the way. It said stigmatization, although these are auto-generated captions.
That we encounter in the world. That people are not paid as much. We don't get as many job offers, right? We are treated poorly in the healthcare system.
If you don't get paid as much and you don't get as many job offers, that could mean that you don't work as hard and you don't pursue advancement as much.
We are often directly told that we aren't good enough as we are. So there's an added layer of stress that fat people experience that other people don't. And again, this increases as you have more marginalized identities. We also receive less quality healthcare, which then in turn means
I don't believe you receive less quality healthcare. Some people just seem to argue with their doctor when they give their recommendations. That's not lower quality healthcare. That's you not accepting the doctor's recommendations.
We're less likely to go to the doctor. So when you're experiencing stigma when you go to the doctor is not thinking about all the possible treatments. Instead, they're gatekeeping care, right? And then we're not very likely to go to the doctor in the first place or go back, or we may delay care, which may make our health issue worse in the first place.
Okay, and here's the part two to that.
Now, for those of you who are saying, well, but when I am lighter, I have less pain, or I have less this or that. Well, there's also other things that we may be doing.
So you're trying to convince people that if they feel better when they're lighter, it must be something else. It's not the weight loss, it's not this or that. It has to be something else. Why? Why are you gaslighting people? You don't feel better after weight loss? That must be this, or this, or this. Why do you have a dog in this fight? Why do you want people to think that them feeling better is not the result of the weight loss? Why? So if you're an intuitive eating coach or whatever, you help people with body image, it would be advantageous if they never lost weight so they can keep coming and paying us for our services, right?
That can improve the health thing that aren't actually the weight loss.
I don't know why you're trying to convince me of this.
So you may be eating more nutrients, right? You might be eating more vegetables. You might be walking more. You might be just feeling better about yourself and having less negative self-talk. And all of those things can improve our health conditions.
And you know what else can improve our health? Losing weight if we were obese, according to various doctors and life insurance companies. This is not medical advice. So that was weird that she wanted to convince us that if we feel better after losing weight, it's not due to the weight loss. Why do you want me to think that? Next.
Growing up fat is honestly not for the weak. I thought it was normal that I had friends that I felt like if I didn't do favors for them or tasks for them or give them incredible gifts, that I would lose them as friends because they wouldn't see me as worthy because I'm fat.
I saw kids that were like that just in general growing up. A lot of people are basically one-dimensional NPCs that are obsessed with themselves, and if you can't do something for them directly, they don't care about you at all. That might be more prevalent if you're living in a larger body. People think they can push you around and take advantage of you even more, but it is not specific to people living in a larger body. When I was a kid, there was this kid named Ayala in my neighborhood. And he used to always want to come over and play my Nintendo. I don't remember if it was Super Nintendo. I think it was Super Nintendo. But he would literally just want to come over to play my Nintendo. And if I was like, no, I don't think we're going to do that today, he would be like, all right, I'm not coming over. He was very forthcoming about this. He was very straightforward. He was like, if we're not playing Nintendo, I'm not coming over to your house. He was very clearly just about that Nintendo. He didn't give a crap about me or our friendship or anything like that. Damn it, Ayala. We were gonna be friends.
And I think a lot of fat people have felt like this before because there's a damn song about it. About being the fat funny friend, and it's so accurate that it's kind of nuts because I went on so long in life thinking that this was just me.
Well, I want you to know that fat funny friend refers to anybody that is insecure about anything. If you're very insecure, you're going to try to be the funny friend or the whatever. You're not going to be being yourself because you're not confident. It's not just people living in a larger body that aren't confident enough to be themselves. It's literally anybody who's insecure about anything.
Like growing up fat, I was kind of taught to be like more reserved and more quiet and like not too much or too extra.
You chose to be that way because you were insecure. Nobody made you be that way.
Because then you'll just be annoying and you're taking up, a lot of physical space. You can't take up emotional space, God forbid.
This is all in your head.
Also, on the flip side of that, you're also supposed to be entertainment.
There's no supposed to anything. These are all your own projections. This is all the stuff that you thought people wanted from you.
And like a court jester for everyone. And I'm just like, what do you want from me? I actually kind of don't know.
Here's the funny thing. All of this was taking place in your head only. None of your friends were thinking, she needs to be the jester. She's living in a larger body. She's lucky just to be among us. Or anything like that. Nobody was thinking that. Only you were. That's the messed up thing about being insecure. You think that people are thinking about you a hell of a lot more than they are.
Put me through a lot of stress in middle school and high school because I would be so anxious because I would feel like I was being too much and also not enough all at the same time. I truly, truly believe that skinny people get away with being annoying so much more.
People call me out for being annoying all the time. What are you talking about? I just don't care, right? Like
than fat people. I just think the respect that people have for us is way lower. The tolerance people have way lower, and it's pretty fucked up. I also can't really explain it to skinny people either. Like if someone was having this behavior towards me, it's impossible to explain it because then people just get defensive. Like if you say, oh, I think you're doing this because I'm fat.
I wouldn't care for that either. You just constantly tell people, you're mistreating me because of my size. Yeah, that could be annoying. Can we just watch this movie, bestie? I don't know why we constantly have to talk about your size or whatever. I just want to watch The Avengers or whatever the hell is currently playing.
People will just get defensive, and I get it. Nobody likes being like called fatphobic or whatever, but it's true. Like, I don't know.
And at the end there, she said nobody likes being called fatphobic. Okay, so sometimes when you're hanging out with your friends and they do something that you don't like, you accuse them of being fatphobic, or if they treat you a certain way, you accuse them of doing that because of your weight. Yeah, that would be annoying. And I also think 90% of the stuff that you think people are paying attention to you about, they are not. Nobody cares. And you're like, if you're larger, you can't do this, 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 or this. And people expect this, 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 and this out of you. But I don't think they do. I think that's all in your head. When we're very insecure, like I've said many times, we think that people are thinking about us a lot more than they are. The cool thing about becoming more confident in yourself is that you not only don't care about what anybody else is thinking, you get the perspective of a confident person. You're like, oh, when I become all confident, the last thing I'm caring about is what Bethany is doing. What the hell would I care? So when you have that perspective, you start to realize that anybody that actually has negative opinions about you is likely an insecure wreck. So hopefully you don't waste too much more time thinking that everybody has all these expectations of you. I honestly don't think they do. So we had a lot of interesting clips in today's video, but what do you think? Is it nonsense that the life insurance company wouldn't insure Tess Holiday? Does obesity have a correlation with bad health and not causation, like that one person said? And do our friends expect us to do all this extra special stuff just because we're living in a larger body? Leave a comment below. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend. Anyway, that about does it. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. And I'll see you in the next one.